Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody guys, let's take a quick again on euro currency as usual. So finally euro currency was able to show some upward action. So well, although 1380 target has not been completed with a few pips, but in general it was very close. Well, as a result of this performance, as you can see on the daily chart, we've got the bullish reversal candle, which is actually suggests short-term bullish sentiment on the intraday charts. But here we have to recall the things that we discussed yesterday. In particular speaking, we are watching for potential grabber on the weekly chart right here. So if today market will close somewhere in the current level or even slightly lower, so I could tell you by the precise level by the fixed choice. But later we have to check it on the future, so the euro currency on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So a fixed choice shows that it should be below 1336. So if market closed below 1336, now it's then 1325, we could get the bearish grabber that potentially after the New Year's Day, this might be performance to the downside. This is the first moment. And the second moment, guys, well, actually today is mostly the last trading session of the year, because tomorrow Forex market will be operating, but exchange traded markets will be closed. So gold market is probably currency market as well, I mean the futures. So theoretically you could consider taking the long position today, but you have to take into consideration these both things. First is a possible grabber, and you could stay with the position when we will get the grabber by the end of the week. Second, it is a very thin market tomorrow. So but in general, if it's not a problem, actually you could consider possible trading today as well. Today on the euro currency we have in fact only the one setup. So take a look at the fall time frame chart. What we've got, upward performance started pretty nice right from the predefined level. So in general I would say that retracement that we have suggested to the XOP, as we yesterday said, it would be better to wait for XOP retracement based on the strong sell-off. Big chances that market could complete the 618 level, and that will be better area to consider taking the long positions. Was pretty nice and accurately. So market, once it has hit the 618 level, jumped up, forming the bottom on the right wing of this pattern. And in fact, the trading stop that theoretically you could consider is also based only on this butterfly, since the overall upper action was relatively strong. Although here is definitely we see that euro currency stuck a bit with this resistance, so it's showing some wash and rinse. But anyway, since the short-term context still stands bullish, you could consider taking the long position with the hoping that market will proceed higher to the next targets of this butterfly, and maybe it will complete this ABCD target around 1418. So that is a potential of this setup that we have currently. So to trade this setup, you do not need to consider far standing levels. It's just because market already has started upward action with the butterfly, forming the bottom of the right wing. It means that invalidation point here will be right below this area. You do not need to consider the overall invalidation point of the butterfly. It's just because it already stands on the way, and if market will somehow drop below it, it will tell you that butterfly fails. So market should not drop below this area in no way until it stands bullish. So if it will happen, it means that market is not bullish anymore. Besides, as we said on the daily chart, this is also bullish reversal candle that by itself some kind of the pattern, and its lows also seems important for a short-term setup. That being said, currently with the trading market on the long side, you need to catch some retracement only based on this most rising swing. So this is relatively simple, and that's attractiveness of the current situation, that well, it is really doesn't need to make some very sophisticated analysis to take part in possible action. So on hourly chart, we again have this ABCD pattern on top. With this drop, it seems a bit fast, right to the OP already. Market already has taken out the 30% support here, breaking below the both trend lines, as you can see. So it means that in the current circumstances, I would consider again the XOP area. So it's around 113.05, 113.10. Besides, in this case, your potential risk will be, well, just about 30 pips right below this area. So that's actually, we have no options with the trading of the current situation. If we will see this kind of action here today, a straightforward downward action with the big black candles, in this case, of course, do not consider taking any long position. So market should show some slowdown or some response to this area. Well, in this case, it is possible, but it would be better to not take significant risk with performing something like that. So if you will see the straightforward downward action without any pauses, it would be better to skip this trade, especially on the background that we already have discussed, with a possible grabber on the weekly, and in general is coming thin market tomorrow. So that's actually, guys, we have on the euro currency. Let's see, tomorrow we maybe prepare the update on some other currency, depending on what we will see on the market. But it will be already the 31st of December. I don't know whether you will be watching it or not. So let's keep watching what will happen with the euro currency today.